Hey, I got a special thing for you guys today. I happened upon a person who's been playing games since their inception, which would be Pong. And yeah, what ensued was a impromptu interview. So here's Beef Cheeks McGee and my interview with him.
Why don't you have a seat right over here and subscribe to Pliskin Plays?
Well, yeah, man. I mean, you mind if I start asking you, a little warm-up question, and then just keep it short and sweet because I want to get your perspective on older games because I started with the PlayStation generation, so that's like late '90s, mid '90s to now. But you've been playing since I assume '70s, '80s, right?
Well, I was born in '70.
'70.
Yeah, so, well, I don't know. Played Pong on the farm.
The
Then I
original
got
Pong?
the original Pong
Wow.
on like the thick console, whatever, was out on the farm next to the kegs of beer. And
We both.
yeah. Oh no, yeah. The first time I ever drank beer was out there when I was like 10 years old.
It's never too early.
But I hate.
This is my 10th return.
What were? All right.
So you're telling me about
Okay.
you-
PlayStation.
Yes, you had your first beer at 10, around the same time you played Pong, at the farm.
No, I got the Atari. We got the Atari on Christmas, probably a year or two after it came out. Played tons of Asteroids.
Ooh, classic.
Bunch of crappy games. I don't remember much
Crappy
of.
games are better than no games.
Yeah. I think Sega Genesis was the next one we got. Played a lot of football, and there was like a game that came with it that was like a Space Invaders kind of.
Was it Galaga?
No. It was something you would have to look up. You would have to Google. Sega Genesis. It came with it. A scrolling game where the enemies came down from the top, and you
Was it a
just have to
beat-em-up?
dodge and shoot. No, dodge and shoot like Space Invaders.
Shit.
Played a bunch of that in high school when we would sneak home during our study hours and lunchtime and get high. Oh,
Good
and
times.
literally like Dazed and Confused shit,
Fuck it. So you started off with Pong, you leveled up to things like, asteroids. And so Pong was really, that huge machine was your first console, right?
Oh yeah, it was like an old TV kind of setup.
Wow. And so when
Oh,
it came
yeah,
time
heavy as
to have like a traditional console, like kind of like a Sega, Nintendo, what was your first console?
The Atari, and the Sega. I don't know. After that, God, I don't know. So I'm 18. The Sega Genesis is still there, and there I probably didn't. I didn't play much at all and shit through high school. Besides when we were at my place getting high. During the drinking, during the early partying years, 19 and stuff, we always played a lot of Madden and NHL.
Alright.
We'd even have tournaments and shit, sitting around, smoking, hanging out, And then after that, it was just 20, a lot of just going out and partying, working, partying.
You gotta live, man. You're only young once, so you gotta take advantage of it,
And then we went to, what was it? Oh, shit. the PlayStation when I was helping this guy move. He had the PlayStation 1 and he left everything but a TV and shit and had me play it, and he put in Resident Evil, and I was hooked. Resident Evil, I went out and bought a PlayStation 1 a couple days later.
Wow.
Resident Evil and Tomb Raider.
Good choices there. So, what was it about Resident Evil that really hooked you in, that made you get the console days later?
The alleyway, when you first go into the room, the main room, at the beginning of the game, when the dogs jumped out.
So, do you like the claustrophobia? You like the use of space, hallways, atmosphere?
Oh no, it actually, I'm not easily startled, and it fucking startled me. You know, I'm the guy who startles other people. I fuck around with my wife and grandkids constantly, you know.
And so what was it about Resident Evil that scared you?
When they just walking down the hallway, that one first hallway, and the dogs just crashed through the window, it startled me, you know. Oh yeah, I don't get many of those. We have the VR shit with the clown. It's a roller coaster shooter horror thing based off of not the Quarry, but the one that's kind of like the Quarry.
Oh, are you talking about I played this. It's my first VR game that I played. Until Dawn Rush of Blood.
Yes. That game got me,
Man,
you know,
that was so fun.
In VR with the spiders but also the VR Resident Evil pretty early on when that your girlfriend bitch pops out of the closet that you just looked in and turned around and walked by again. I mean, fuck.
You know what? That was the very first game I played on VR.
Which one?
Was Until Dawn Rush of Blood.
Oh yeah. I need to get back on there and do that a little bit more.
You know what? My girl was playing the game, and I did exactly what your wife did to you. I waited until she put the thing on, was really immersed, a little scared, and I scared the fuck out of her. Yeah, to get my dick sucked that night.
Oh yeah, it's surprising me, you know, because I'm the guy who if the fight or flight thing, I'm gonna fucking fight. That's for sure.
Yeah, because by the time you're playing Resident Evil, you're in your 30s, right? You're like mid 30s. Is that correct?
Oh yeah. Well, no. The first Resident Evil was like 26 years old.
26, mid 20s, right.
26, I'd say. Yeah, 26. Yeah, 1996, around there. Had to be.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the first Resident Evil.
So the first game you ever played on a PlayStation console was Resident Evil. Man, what a fucking game to start off with.
PlayStation 1, yep. And then instantly went to Tomb Raider, which I had dreams about. Played so much of it.
Dreams about Angelina Jolie and your succulent lips.
No, there was no Angelina Jolie. I was playing the game in my dreams, you know. Right. I was Angelina.
Right. A little bit of a cosplay kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, those games are fun, even though she had triangle titties, but still fun. Good gameplay.
Oh, the first one? Yeah, running into the T-Rex and all that stuff. I still played all the other Tomb Raider games.
The modern ones are great too. I beat the trilogy recently, and man, good time.
Oh yeah.
Gorgeous, gorgeous games.
God, yeah. And then after PS4, I didn't get into Call of Duty till I started dealing poker at 30. Okay, and then a bunch of guys tried to get me into the Call of Duty, and I didn't get into it at first. And then World of War, or World War, whatever the first.
It's World of Warcraft or
World
at War.
Call of Duty.
World at War, right?
The first, yeah, the old school one with the
Right.
MP40 was a beast.
Yes,
You know,
World at War, I believe it's called. It's an old one.
Oh, then yeah, I played a
Gotta
bunch
be
of that for a while.
Interesting. So once your friends got you into Call of Duty, did you get into it, or was it one of those things where like, you know what, my friends are playing it, I might as well play too?
Oh no! At first, I just couldn't get into it. All I remember is I had one moment where it's like, oh, I kicked ass, but it just didn't click.
What was it about the game that didn't click with you? Was it just too advanced? Was it not PvP?
Oh yeah, I didn't have no patience. Didn't have the time to bother. You know.
Interesting.
Dude, we work at a casino. This fucking crazy shit happens.
Oh yeah.
You meet people party. People
Trust
like to
me,
party.
I was about to work at I was about to work at a casino at one point, and it was by a week's time I was about to work at a casino. I was in training, I was getting paid, and it didn't happen. But I was very close to doing exactly what you were doing at the time.
Oh yeah, the people. You meet everybody, the whole cross section of everybody. Great. I bet you the only better place to find drugs is probably working at a restaurant.
I bet. So back to Tomb Raider. I wanted to ask you, Tomb Raider. How did you find the PlayStation 1 Tomb Raider versus like the modern gen Tomb Raider? Because they're very different. How did you like both of them in comparison?
It's tough to say. Back then it's like cable now. You got 1,000 channels. Back then you only had 3, you know, and Tomb Raider I had dreams about it. It fucking was the best thing ever. But I still enjoy. I mean, the Tomb Raiders aren't the best thing ever because of shit like Returnal and
Uncharted.
You know, and you know, I like Tomb Raider over Uncharted.
Wow. That's rare to come by. Okay. I respect it.
I think it's just because
You think it's nostalgia?
Tomb Raider was. I don't look at it that way consciously, but it probably is.
Was it the dreams? No, I'm kidding. Imagine.
No, it's fucking yeah, dude. Dreamed. I was dreaming. I was running around and jumping and grabbing on cliffs, intense shit. I don't know how long. I can still sit and play for fucking put in a 10, 12-hour day, but I won't play a single minute for the next day.
Exactly. If a game would get your attention and your imagination all the way to your dreams, it's doing something right. I felt that way about a game called Infamous, made by Sucker Punch on the PS3.
Yeah, Infamous. Yep.
And
I played it. It's on my list. I just downloaded it because I think I'm gonna go platinum it.
I have the platinum, and man, it is a fun one. Because the movement in that game alone is some of the best you'll see in any superhero genre. So it's a pleasure to get to move around that world and to get the collectibles and such.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean, Tomb Raider now is pretty good. I would say Tomb Raider has better gameplay than Naughty Dog, but Naughty Dog has slightly better story. But I mean, both are great games. They play really, really well, and they look gorgeous. Both series are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just got such a backlog, but I am going through it better than anybody goes through backlogs for the last probably I'm going on about 2 years now where or maybe even 2.5, 3 years where I am just fucking jamming on hours. I put in 1,847 hours in 2022.
Damn. I mean,
that's like 5 hours a day. It's 5 hours, like 5 hours a day.
It's not bad. People are on their phone for 5 hours a day, and you don't have a phone, so that checks out.
Oh yeah,
trust me. People are on their phone for 5 hours a day. Believe me, and that's like an average. That's not. That's not like the long end.
Yeah, for me in the long run, that's probably more like 6.5 to whatever 2.5 compared from like. Because in the winter I put in probably 7 hours a day, you know.
Right.
Because I live in Minnesota. But in like I grow peppers and shit. I'm a pepperhead.
Oh, I mean,
I make my own hot sauce, and I make the best fucking hot sauce.
You know what? My family does the same thing here because we're Mexican and we love our spiciness. And you know, my family's doing the same damn thing, crushing up those jalapenos. I put them in smoothies, blend them up. You know, I put that in the soups and meats, you name it. And it's fucking good.
That was bullshit. I jumped up from down below, and that guy was shooting at you, and I just jumped right into it. Oh yeah, the peppers. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I would love to live in California because I would have a lemon tree, you know, and grow all kinds of shit, man. It's hard to grow where I'm at. I got too many trees, too much shade, but I make the best Trinidad scorpion pepper sauce. Oh, it's flavorful and spicy. It's so good.
That's the thing about spiciness. Like, it's got to be flavorful. Like, if it's just hot for the sake of being hot, I'm not into it.
Fuck that. Yes.
Fuck that. It's no point.
Hey, I could use that.
Go ahead, take it.
Shit. Oh yeah. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I've made a bunch. My stepdaughter brought me home like a garbage bag full of these random peppers, and I'm not gonna waste shit. I'm just that.
Exactly.
You know.
You gotta be resourceful, you know.
My mom bred me that way, you know, and. I was like, it's okay, but it's just too hot for hot, not enough flavor. It's just really fucking hot. I give it away to people, and there's a couple people that just, I love it.
Yeah. I mean,
but
I'll take it.
But I figured out a way with the Trinidad scorpion. I probably work with other peppers too.
Yeah,
I should try it. Yeah, with other peppers. But yeah.
Man. So I wanted to ask you, how do you see gaming now compared to when you just started gaming? Like, how do you see the industry? How do you see gaming generally?
Oh man, it's incredible the exponential rate it's fucking growing. nobody has enough time in the day to do any of it. Everything you want to do now. Back then, you just wanted to. There was one game you wanted to play. Now I have like 30 on my backlist I want to play.
Same here. Yeah, it's crazy. My backlist probably has about the same. I want to probably 30, 40 games. And we're talking like Skyrim, we're talking Witcher 3, Outer Worlds, Dead Space. We're talking meaty games.
Yep, Dead Space for sure. That was one of my favorite back in...
And you know what?
I
actually never played the original. I played maybe 30 minutes of it at a friend's place. I couldn't even get through it. It was too scary. And as I got older, I got a taste for horror and that kind of thing. And so I'm open to it now.
Dead Space was one of those ones while I was playing, I wasn't playing a lot of games that made an impression and really fucking, made me go out of my way to play.
And again, it's horror. You love horror. Like Resident Evil, Dead Space. Both of those games were inspired by horror.
Oh no, I wouldn't say I love horror. I don't. For me, it's the quality of the game. What's the game? Nobody Saves the World.
Right.
I just platinumed that. Oh shit, we're down.
Yeah, man, I mean, shit.
I just platinumed Nobody Saved the World, and that game's unlike a lot of games. I like fucking all kinds of crazy games. You should just look at my list.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. I recently beat Rage 2, Devil May Cry 5. Both of which are very fast-paced games, and I just got an itch for fast-paced games because I've been playing slow stuff like Last of Us 2, God of War, slower-paced things, and I want to pick up the speed.
I have so much time and I play so much lately that I consciously go back and forth just to give myself a break,
Mm-hmm.
Or have two games going at once. Oh, Jesus. Come on. How am I going to do this? I have to try, right?
Exactly.
Assisting.
No.
Good try, man. Thank you.
No, I saw those bats. They're too fast.
They close that gap.
That was some pretty good maneuver in there.
But yeah, man, I mean, like I was saying, the industry has changed so much since you started gaming till now. It's crazy.
I wish I was just a hint younger, so I could last a little longer and see, because the graphics, I mean, normally I really wouldn't play Ratchet and Clank. It's not really my style, but once I saw the graphics, like just right there, I just saw a glimpse of the graphics on Returnal. The graphics just draw me in. I just saw I watched a video tonight of, I don't know if you've seen it on YouTube. It was, it looked like photorealistic, two-dimensional, side-scrolling game that kind of stuttered, but it was on purpose as you played it. Like, like you're watching film almost. Incredible looking. I could look back at my history and tell you it was probably only an hour ago. It was. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, I have to play that game just because of how it looked. I'm into,
Was it hand drawn or something like that?
No, like photo realistic.
Wow.
Photo. But they did it in the most unique way. For me, unique draws me in.
Absolutely. Like one of my favorite games is Cuphead, and that's hand drawn, 1920s aesthetic animation, and it's incredible.
I want to play. I want to. That's on my wish list.
Oh, dude, you would love it. It's really tough. Co-op. It's got big band jazz music as a soundtrack. It's great. You would love it.
Yeah, I know. God, too many games. That's a big difference between back day and now. Too many games.
It's a good problem, though.
Not enough time.
Yeah. So, did you ever get any backlash for playing games as a kid or as an adult? Because when you played games as a kid, the medium was so young that people were very skeptical and very judgmental, as they are of all things.
Yeah.
So, did you get any backlash this time?
The only backlash I got was because I wanted to play all the time and stuff, and it was warranted. I just wanted to play if I wanted to play at the time. But I lived through the beginning of it's gonna cause violence. Video games are gonna do this. Video games cause violence. And they're still doing that. They're still doing it, and it's stupid as it's the dumbest thing ever.
NRA.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
Yeah, it's if we go by that logic, then movies, TV.
Yeah, exactly. If video games cause kids or people to do the shit that, and 90% of the time it's the Republicans that say this is video games is a problem. Jesus Christ, if video games is a problem, everybody be dead.
Exactly. Call of Duty is huge.
Think about Uncharted, okay? He's just this regular guy. Uncharted. He's just this regular guy, right? How many people does he kill in all his games? Those are people. They're not zombies or Nazis. Nazis are people too, but fuck Nazis.
They're like
as long as they're
shit.
They're just dudes. Yeah, dude. They're scumbags, but he's a mass murderer.
He kills I think someone did they counted per game, the minimum, right? To complete a game,
what?
You have to kill 150 or 175 men per game.
No, it's way more than that.
Really?
It has to be.
I heard it has to be or so.
It has to be.
A lot of bodies.
Dude, I've only played 2 of them. I'm gonna go play one again. I guarantee it's gotta be more than 175.
It's a lot though, but fuck. 150.
Dude.
Let's say it's 200, right? Fuck. How you still making jokes at that fucking number?
No, man. I'm willing to bet it's 500.
What, you think it's 500?
You just keep shooting people the whole game. That's what you do.
It's true.
Mass murderer who plays Crash Bandicoot.
Exactly. Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. But yet,
when he
these video games.
It's okay.
Yeah. These video games are going to cause violence. I think you better look at the Bible for that instead of video games.
Yeah, so I mean, man, it's video games have just been such a huge topic of concern. I mean, Mortal Kombat is the reason why we have the ESRB. The government stepped in and they said, if you don't regulate
Yeah.
games, we will. And so we took it upon ourselves as an industry to do that, so the government wouldn't have to do it for us and ultimately neuter the entire medium.
Yeah, in that video I watched today, it was talking about upcoming games, and Mortal Kombat was one of them. Mortal Kombat 12 or something. But the narrator was talking about how they have even crazier fatalities. How do they keep coming up with this stuff? Like that's what he said, you know. Disgusting, gross gore. But in that Xbox game, High on Life, I haven't played it, but I've watched a video of it. What the? It's just demented shit, you know. But you don't see anybody doing a mass shooting talking about this video game told me blah blah blah. You know,
Call of Duty inspired me.
Yeah, it's always religious and political shit. It's always religious and political.
Yeah.
And you mix that's the worst. You mix them. Those are the worst people.
It's crazy. I mean, through your time playing video games, VR came, left, came back, and I think it's here to stay this time. So, tell me about your experience playing VR then, if you did, and now.
No, I never played it until I got the PlayStation VR, and I probably bought it at least 2-3 years after it came out on Black Friday, which I never buy shit on, you know. But I bought it, and it was great for a while, but I feel like a little of the novelty's rubbed off. Only for me, but when the people are over, especially the kids and grandkids, it's awesome. You know, we take turns on Beat Saber, and you can play. There's that one game, I can't think of it right now, where the people have controller. You can talk to them, and you have to work as a team and stuff. The kids love it. Yeah, it still gets used a lot, but I just don't play it by myself anymore. Because just holding the controller and grinding it out just seems to be funner.
Exactly.
If it was lighter...
If it was lighter and had less cables.
No cable. Just a detached cable. That's it. Yeah.
Right. Right, because I think even the PSVR 2 has a cable or two.
Yeah. And that, I think, was pretty expensive.
Yeah, it's going for $500 right now.
Yeah.
It just dropped like this February.
Already?
March, yeah. And nobody knows about it because Sony released it and didn't really push it because I don't even think they have.
It's already released?
Yeah,
I didn't even know it was released.
Exactly.
I have one and I didn't even know it was released.
Exactly, and that's the issue. Like they didn't push the damn thing, and it's they're launching another platform and no one knows. Nobody knows. It's crazy.
I know they're coming out with some handheld Switch-looking thing that probably nobody knows about too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for like cloud streaming. No one's looking for that. I don't know who's that for.
There's a naturally occurring object here.
Yeah, when they put it up, all I know is they're doing it, but as soon as they start talking, I just flip by it because I'm like, I'll never buy that. Goodbye.
Exactly.
Scratched into it.
If it's more than 150, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Oh, I didn't even care about that. It just.
If it's more than 150, you might as well buy another TV.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's why buy. They're not marketing it.
Exactly. So, what attracted you to VR when you first heard about it?
No, I always just wanted to try it. I'm video games, love video games, PlayStation. I've bought two things on Black Friday. One was a smoker from Fleet Farm, and one was the VR from Target. And the kid, I wanted it, but I used the kids as an excuse,
Very smart.
And it worked out great. It came with 4 games, $200. I spent more money on those 2 goddamn little aim controllers than almost anything.
Oh my god.
Those fuckers, what? These get treated like gold. I'm like, we have to be careful with those. Those will go up in price, I swear to God.
Those clown controllers are from the fucking PS3 generation, man. Old.
Yeah, the little wands with the balls on them.
Yeah, the clown controllers. They're from the PS3. They're recycled.
Yeah, but they cost like 90 some bucks a piece or something.
That's insane.
Yeah, fucking, I was like, God damn. Why do I have to have 3 grandkids?
Oh, adoption, late-term adoption.
No, it's right. Yeah,
Always time.
Oh, it's awesome though, watching them play and getting them to. I've used Beat Saber. I swear to God, I've used Beat Saber to up their confidence.
In what?
They were young enough where they started on easy,
I see.
And they're so scared. I feel like they're so hesitant scared to move up, and I just bribe them to move up, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, I'm good at this, and then I keep, and then so I back them up and keep letting them know, yeah, you are, and I keep saying every time they play, you need to go up another level. Look how good you are, and I keep pushing them up, trying to, And they could be awesome, but they're so hesitant about it. It's weird.
And you know what? That's a product of our time, because when you started playing games, there was no difficulty selector. It's what is shipped as.
Yeah.
And now we live in a generation where there's
Dark Souls,
5-hour tutorials. There's Dark Souls. There's Returnals, and you have the choice now where you can play easy mode, or you can even play just for the story mode, and the game plays itself, which is completely fine for people who are physically disabled or challenged, so they don't have to play the game, so they can experience it outside of a YouTube video. That's cool.
Yeah, or just aren't coordinated enough and don't care enough.
And that's cool. Like the more people can play a game, the better. But for people who want challenge, like even sometimes in normal mode in a lot of games, it's going to be too easy.
Oh, yeah, I'm surprised. I'm trying to push. I have a PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 set up right here. I'm trying to push my wife to actually just say, just use the PlayStation 4. Just use it. Use it as your setup. You'll be able to. It's so much easier with your controller than it is with that stupid remote with 100 buttons on it that are tiny as little tiny buttons.
Yep.
I
absolutely agree.
It's annoying as shit. Once you get the feel of it, the control of it, damn, it's fucking on.
I mean, buy her the media remote for the PS4, and even better, trust me. It's like $30. The media
I've
remote.
had. Oh no, that for me that's. I'm somebody who wants because I have a stepmom too, who's I take care of and help, whatever.
Yep.
We need, and even for me, even that remote buttons aren't big enough. I don't want to use it because
Right.
we're different. We're built a little different. I need to research remote or get somebody to build a remote control for blind people and people with neuropathy, where it's hard for them to feel the buttons and stuff, you know.
Oh, I feel you.
And old people. Do you think it's easy for old people? The remotes that we have for our TVs, they're just, TVs are awesome. The remotes are horrible. I've ordered a couple. They just so small.
Exactly. They're probably designed for younger people or people who are more tech savvy.
There needs to be, I swear to God, if they built a perfect one where no matter what it would just automatically connect and work and only have 7 or 8 buttons and they're big ass buttons, they would fucking fly off the shelves.
Yeah, definitely. And they're actually making a controller that's accessible for everyone. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's such a odd looking controller, but it's think of like a disc, and it's got in every single side of the disc there's buttons, and they're rearrangeable. They're you could program them to literally any button you could think of, and they're made for people who want to use it for racing games, fighting games, for literally any kind of game you could think of, and that's cool. But I don't. Probably that's
It's like
gonna
a
be.
circle. It's a circle.
Yeah, it's hard to describe because they just announced it and it's not out yet. But it's like a circle. You put it on like I don't know, like the couch, and think of like I suppose like a pizza, right? And it's got all the sides, 8 sides. Think of that, but buttons towards the ends of the circle, and you could change them out in whatever order you want, and you could reassign the buttons on the PS5 and the whole thing. And it's made
I
for
like
people
that.
who want to play games in more of a way that's accessible, comfortable, and I mean that's a really cool idea. It's gonna bring like a people who play fighting games are gonna buy this. People who play racing games are gonna buy this, and it's gonna be accessible for all kinds of players, all kinds of people.
Yeah, I've really lately gotten into where I use that. You know, I take advantage of all that stuff.
Yeah, it's not out yet, but I think it'll be out this holiday season, so I'd probably keep an eye out for that. Yeah, I mean, controllers are. I feel like the controllers have changed a lot, obviously, since then. More buttons, they're smaller. The controller vibrates like crazy. People who suffer from like hand pain, I would imagine have a difficult time using the controller if they don't really know how to navigate the menus to turn off vibration and things like that. So it's a lot of change.
Oh yeah, and a lot of it. A big thing for video games, they need to somehow have bigger text. You always be able to make bigger text. It's a huge thing for me. I literally will bail on a game because I if I need to read a lot, I can't make the text bigger. I can't sit close enough to the TV to read it.
I 100% agree with you. I was playing Death Stranding a couple of years ago, and it has the smallest text I've ever seen in my life, and it's got so much
Oh,
of
are
it.
you serious? I wanted to play that. I really want to play that, but now that you say that,
Here's the thing. I played it on launch, and I know for a fact they added an option to increase the size of the text, but I would verify that, before you buy it. but I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose you can always look into it before you buy the game, but they should all. And yeah.
I will say though about that, I fell asleep playing that game. I straight up fell asleep.
What?
On stream. Camera on.
You fell asleep playing
that game.
Death Stranding.
With my camera on. I'm just
I will never be able to play that game. I will not be able to play that.
It's a post-apocalyptic UPS simulator. That's what you. That's the game. That's the game, and that's cool. People like that. That's awesome. Hideo Kojima's he is my favorite developer of all time. He made my favorite game of all time, which is Metal Gear Solid 3.
Metal Gear Solid. You should have slowed down. I would have called it. Yeah.
Yep. That is.
Well, okay, now you're gonna have to remember that I played the first, I think 2 or 3. It's tough to remember. God, that was weird days. You know, those were the weird days where I was growing up. Oh God.
Yeah, those were weird.
Which one was where you had to change the controller?
Yeah. Oh, that was the first one. The very first one.
Oh God, that was. So I only played 2 then.
So you played 1 and 2. The first one was on PS1. Second was on PS2.
Yeah. Oh, PS2. Were we playing Guitar Hero? We played a lot of Guitar Hero. We got into Guitar Hero big time.
Woo!
Yeah. I remember at the time, my first grandkid, we're playing Guitar Hero, and we would just hand him a guitar, you know, not plugged in, because they didn't, you know, you had to plug him in at that time.
Right.
But he wouldn't know, because he's like 4, you know.
He's one of those
He'd come on, as soon as he'd walk in, he'd be like, rock and roll, rock and roll.
Oh. That's so cute.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome, man. And we got into that big time. I'm sad that I got rid of it, but I got rid of it because a lot of it broke. But here's a game that I have. I only have like 6 or 7 hard copy games, disc games. One of them is Pride FC, PlayStation 2.
Pride FC. Tell me about the game. I'm not familiar.
It's UFC.
Okay.
You know what UFC is, right?
Of course.
Pride FC is the best. When Pride was going on against UFC, Pride was better. Hands down, you need to look into Pride. Watch some Fedor Emelianenko, Kazuki Sakuraba. I mean, geez, it blows. There's a freak show kind of parts to it at times, like a 180-pound guy against a 600-pound guy.
Oh man, I'll pay to see that.
I barely have any shit like this, but I have a bunch of Pride FC stuff that I keep that I won't get rid of.
Man, I mean, when I was a kid, the closest thing I played to that was like a bunch of like the WWE games. I played WWE versus SmackDown versus Raw 2008. That was like my most played game in my middle school, high school days. And dude, I would just spend all my time creating my wrestler. I made him after Snake from MGS3. That's how I made him look. He was
that's why you're
Snake.
still that. That's why you're doing what you're doing right now.
Exactly, twisting plays. And then so I would do that, and then when my parents weren't home, my siblings, I would make a girl, and I would make her chest as big as humanly possible.
Jesus. They had that in that game?
Yeah, you definitely could change the chest size. And then I did that. I also, my friend at the time, who was like probably 12, he dared me to like give her tattoos, and until the tattoos started in her chest, and you could like move them as freely as you like. So he told me to replace her nipples with brown tattoos, circles, just dots, and so I gave her nipples because my dumb friend wanted me to do that. He was
God.
horny, I guess. Great time playing those games. My best friend, he loves wrestling. He goes he sees WWE all the time. He especially loves Japanese wrestling. He loves that shit. It's like hardcore wrestling, and I've seen both. And those Japanese guys, man, they're different, different.
Oh yeah, I like watching. I won't pay for any of that shit. I just watch it on YouTube and stuff. I like one better than UFC right now. One championship. That's the Japanese version of UFC, which Pride FC used to be.
Right.
You should. There's one video. I hope you've seen. If you haven't seen this and you like watching UFC and stuff, you need to watch this video ASAP. Don Fry, Frye, versus Takayama.
Takayama. Okay.
And that's all A's. Takayama. Oh, you put in Don Fry, the first thing you'll pop up will be Don Fry Takayama. And then the second best thing is Fedor Emelianenko versus Kevin Randall.
Holy shit.
Those, and then Rampage against Marcos Hua. Those are probably the top three coolest fucking.
Yeah, man. I mean, I when I was watching WWE, for example, my favorite wrestlers were the High Flyers. So that's like Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy. I liked Edge, Randy Orton, of course, The Undertaker. Kofi Kingston.
Oh God. I grew up watching Saturday morning AWA. Was that what it is? Man, that's where the big boys started. Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan got to start there. Do you remember the Baron von Raschke? God, who else? You should look up AWA.
AWA. Oh wow. That predates WWE, I assume.
Oh yeah. Saturday wrestling was a huge thing back when I was younger.
Wow. Yeah, man.
God.
I'm not into wrestling as much as I was in high school, but man, live, it's a whole different fucking story, man. Like it's just amazing what these guys put their bodies through, and the coordination, the timing, and the risk. It's crazy, man. It's a different kind of job.
You know, Mean Gene Okerlund, right? You heard that? Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
The announcer, Mean Gene Okerlund.
Maybe.
Oh Jesus, man, I'm so old. Dude, I saw, not in person or whatever, wrestling. Hulk Hogan, his start. It was on AWA. It was this thing on Saturday morning on there. They had all kinds of crazy guys.
Shit.
But, okay, so I worked at a place called Munchkin Eatery in Robbinsdale, Minnesota. So if you look up Robbinsdale, Minnesota, /wrestling.
Right.
God, there's so many guys I can't think right now. Nord the Barbarian.
Oh,
You ever
wow.
heard of that guy? Rick Rude.
Man, if you were talking to my friend Joe here, man, he would be fucking coming. Like, trust me when I say this guy is like the biggest wrestling fan I know of.
What's pissing me off is there's so many better ones at the tip of my tongue. Jesse Ventura, he was part of that shit.
China.
He was in the mix there. What?
China. It's a very built.
Oh, the
Chinese
chick.
lady. Yes. The
Yeah,
female.
yeah. She was. I think she was involved in that.
She was awesome.
There was Ken Patera, the guy who would rip phone books in half and shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, jump, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
When Biz Big Man said the N-word.
What? What'd you say?
When Biz Big Man, he would walk to stage with a do-rag on. Oh my god. Like, sounds like a black dude. That is crazy.
He
man.
did? I just remember him jumping off the off the top rope. You know.
Oh man.
I was young back then. Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Jerry Blackwell, and everybody who was ripping on would call him Jerry Fatwell because he was just this big fat fucker.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I remember back then. I stopped watching it when Road Warrior. What was his name? No. Ultimate Warrior? What was his name? The Warrior dude?
Randy Savage?
No. Wasn't Randy Savage? No, Macho Man! Randy Savage! No, not him. Who did I just say? Not him. The Warrior dude, the guy who had the little tassels on his bicep. He was super tan and
Randy
racked, and he had Warrior. He was called the something Warrior. There was a part where the Undertaker put him in a casket.
Oh my god. Oh, Mankind.
No, not Mankind. No. Oh. Okay, I want to remember. He was the ultimate. No, what was his name? Do you remember George the Animal Steel? Come on, George the Animal Steel.
I think so, yeah.
He would chew the turnbuckles off.
Oh my god. That's fucking crazy.
Oh, I used to wrestle my younger brother and two of his friends. At the same time, they were 3 years younger, and I would put him in the Boston Crab and do the claw to them, where you grab their head and use your pinky and thumb to squeeze their temple.
Holy shit.
Baron Von Raschke. Oh yeah. I worked at a place when I was 13, 14, 15, where one time Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant came in and ate. Is called the Munchkin Eatery, and they filled up that table multiple times. They just kept eating.
Yeah, I bet.
They just kept eating.
With the way they use their bodies, yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
Well, Andre the Giant, he's a freak of nature. I mean, that guy could probably. There's a story of him drinking like 130, 40, 50, 60 beers while sitting.
God. Inhuman.
You haven't seen that? You got to get on YouTube and watch a little of that. Go to Andre the Giant. Fuck.
That sounds
He never brushed his teeth and wouldn't go to the dentist.
Oh, because he was trying to intimidate people with his breath, I assume.
No, he was French.
Ah.
It's weird. It's a weird thing. You'd have to see the shit. I just watched a little bit of it. That's why it's fresh in my memory. I watch too much. I watch too much shit. I can't retain
all I watch is YouTube too. I don't fuck with Netflix or anything like that. I only watch YouTube or I play games. That's it. When it comes to like, my spare time or like guitar.
Oh, all right.
Support needed.
I jump from all kinds of shit. Gardening. I build some of my own
What's the
furniture.
big deal about Pliskin Plays? He's no different from any other Twitch streamer. What's even a Pliskin anyhow? Sounds like an infection you get under your dick.